Hello, and welcome to the Pro Series Conversations from CheckBox Pro. My name is Missy, and I'm the founder of CheckBox Pro, where we help school leaders become their most efficient and effective selves by matching them with ed-focused executive assistants. Each member of our team has over 10 years of experience in the education sphere, and though we may consider ourselves pros in some areas, we can't be an expert in every area. This is why we are excited to bring folks working in the education space to offer tools, tips, and insights to make the life of a school leader even more sustainable. Hello, listeners. Today you all are in for a treat because you get to meet my rockstar team. I'm not exaggerating when I say I hit the jackpot when it comes to my team members. If you listened to the previous episode, you got to hear a bit about how CheckBox Pro came to be. It was a one-woman show for quite some time, but has only gotten better thanks to the ladies you'll get to meet today. Each of these women have had over a decade of experience in education, so they are uniquely equipped to help the school leaders they all work with. They truly understand the day-to-day of leaders and are eager to jump in to help create a little bit of capacity for each of them. I mentioned this in the last episode, but it is worth restating. In 2024, they provided a combined 866 hours of services per month to school leaders. For some math, that's a total of 10,392 hours per year. Y'all, that's not a small feat. That's a lot of hours. So therefore, I wanted to introduce you to the very people who are saving time for leaders so that they can focus on what matters most: creating high-quality schools for students. The format of today's abbreviated episode will be for each member to share 5 things. They're going to share the city and state that they live in, their total years in education, when they joined CheckBox Pro, why they like doing this work, and what is one thing, big or small, personal, professional, that they hope to check off in 2025. To kick us off, you will hear from our operations manager, Stephanie Halstead, who helps make these services possible and keeps so much of this business humming along. Without further ado, Stephanie, hello.
Hi.
All right, so you might have this list in front of you because you're an operations manager, but in case you don't, just flag me and I can tell you what number we're on. But we're going to kick us off with city and state.
Awesome. So I'm right outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
All right. And how many years have you been in education?
I've been in ops roles within education organizations for just over 12 years now, and joined the CheckBox Pro team 3 years ago.
And it's been a great addition. It's saved so much of my time. All right. So why do you like doing this work?
So I really like doing operations just because I really love organizing things in my professional life and my personal life. And I really love taking big picture ideas, breaking them down into steps and more smaller chunks, and creating systems to get us to meeting those big picture goals. And specifically working with the CheckBox Pro team, because even though I have more of an indirect role in support of leaders, I get to support a team that directly supports them, and I can see the positive impact that has on the leaders' lives and the impact it has on student learning.
Yeah. And for our listeners, just so you know, too, she helps make this podcast possible. So she helps with the editing and making us sound good. She helps with my newsletter. She helps with all of the templates and resources that we share for free on our website. So you are definitely a value add. So, okay. So then 2025, we are in it. Can't believe we're almost done with January at this point. But what's one thing, big or small, personal, professional, that you hope to check off your box or your list?
Yeah, so I love traveling, and last spring I got a new passport, but the only international travel I did was taking a road trip over to Canada, so I didn't get a stamp. So I would say one goal I have for 2025 is to get that first new stamp in my new passport.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, love it. All right, well, I can hold you to it. Now you are going to hear from each of our account managers, and I'm going to introduce them in order from newest to most veteran or most experienced on the CheckBox Pro team. So with that, I would like to introduce you to Sarita Lakey. Hi, Sarita.
Hey, Missy.
All right. So tell us, Sarita, where you are based.
I am based in Denver, Colorado.
Gosh, so we have like the two folks that are in like the actual coldest places, and I think the rest of us are in Texas, and we're sitting here bundled up, freezing because it snowed, quotation marks, right? We got like a dusting, and we're like, halt school, like just cancel everything because it might be a little bit hard to drive out there. So, okay, so Denver. All right, tell us then how long you have been in education.
So I've been in education 11 years, majority in middle school, a little bit elementary school, as well as public and charter school.
Nice. Okay, and then tell us how long you've been with CheckBox Pro.
So I've just getting started with CheckBox Pro. I've been here since the beginning of 2025, but it's already been a great couple weeks. So I'm really excited to be part of this team.
Love it. Yes, she is our newest addition and has been a great addition thus far. So she has just jumped feet first into all of this work. Okay, so with that in mind, tell us why do you whether it's why you joined CheckBox Pro or just in general, why do you like the work of supporting school leaders?
I think what I like most is the fact that any little thing that we're doing, whether we're helping a leader gain back 10 minutes of their time with a tiny task or like an hour or two of their time, all that time adds up. So then that leader, not to say like they were wasting their time before, but that leader isn't having to worry about those small little tasks that really anybody can do. And they're able to focus on the things that they, as their school leader, are really the only people that can do to help support their schools and families.
I love it. I love it. All right, 2025. What is one box you hope to check off?
So this is a personal goal that's less exciting than Stephanie's. Maybe more of a family personal goal. Both of our cars are fine, but have a lot of deferred maintenance. So like we have some broken tail lights, or like the key fob doesn't work, some old registration. One of the cars still needs, we have to refind our title. So just like little car things that, don't matter too much, but we do have snow tires though, so we're good there.
That's good. Safety there. I know we just got a bill from our mechanic for like $7,000 that needed to be done on our car, and I was like, I'm going to need a second opinion because I don't like that number. So we're gonna defer that for later.
Yeah.
Well, good. Okay. Well, hopefully that gets done in the first part of 2025, so you can rest easy. Awesome. Okay. Well, then next to join the team, in reverse order is Jessie Lopez Duong. So she's going to introduce herself next. So Jessie, where are you located?
Hi, Missy. I'm right here in Austin, Texas.
Yes. Love it. All right. And how long have you been in education?
So since 7, and when I did the math, I didn't understand how I'm that old, but to about 18 years. I don't know, but in that time, I've done independent schools and charter schools is the majority of my time. Reading teacher, middle school teacher, elementary school teacher, all sorts of things along with a school leader.
Love it. Love it. All right. And then, yeah, I should know this, but time does go fast. How long have you been with CheckBox Pro now?
September is when I first started.
Okay.
So just a few months, but I feel like it's been a while, a little bit longer than that for sure.
I think that's like the curse of education. Like you do one day in a school and you're like, well, I've been here an eternity. Like it's just the work is long and hard. So, okay. So since September, and then 2025. Oh, no.
Nope.
Why do you like doing this work? Yeah. See, look, I'm supposed to keep us on track. Yeah. Why do you like doing this work?
I think I've realized that just as a person, I enjoy helping people. That's how I got into education in the first place, like helping kids learn things, helping teachers around me, helping staff as a school leader. That's something that brings me a lot of joy and happiness. So I think in this role specifically, I'm able to do that for school leaders because I remember how hectic and crazy and hard days were, that if I can just do a small thing to make it a little bit easier, then I feel successful.
Love that. Love that. All right, 2025. What's your box that you're going to check off?
So mine's a little silly. You all may remember I broke my wrist at the beginning of August. Recovery has, it's going great. I can do a lot of things. My quality of life is not impacted anymore like it used to be. Bending is looking good, but I can't do a push-up. And I don't even like to do push-ups. The fact that I can't do it just really gets to me. I feel like if I can support my body weight in that way, then I will a fully healed individual. So apparently I'm going to be working on push-ups, which is not something I ever thought I would say.
Do you have a goal for how many consecutive push-ups, or are you just like, I want to just get one?
I should probably do like 10-ish or like hold a plank, I just want it to be strong.
Well, and we are a team of women, and without telling us our ages, right? Like, we have at least been in education for over a decade, so that is telling you some things. And it, like, I feel like I've learned this in the last like 5 years, that like weight work for women as we get older is where we should be spending our time. Like, cardio is great, good for our hearts, but like, we really need to be focusing on weightlifting. It's just really hard. I'm like I was doing planks with my girls last night, and I was like shaking. Like, why are you shaking? And I was like, because I'm still trying to get my muscles to work. Like, okay. Like, I'm not 5. So, okay, well, good luck. I will be sharing you on there. So, love it. All right, next up we have Daniela Rubio. Daniela, tell us where you are based.
Hi, I am in Austin, Texas, just a few blocks away from Jesse, actually. We're almost neighbors. And I have been in education for 16 years.
Love it. Yeah, y'all been
We've been
around. Yeah, you've been around the sun a bit. So, okay. And then how long have you been with CheckBox Pro?
Since August of 2024. Yeah, a few months,
Great.
one whole semester down, starting spring semester. It's been fun. Different vibes for sure at schools now in the spring than they were back in August, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, why do you like doing this work? You've been in it a long time.
Yeah, I've been, working in schools for a while. I was a principal, a teacher, interventionist, assistant principal at the district level. So I think I can offer a lot of perspective for our leaders. And I like spending some of our time. I wouldn't say we spend that every single week in our check-ins. Just kind of like listening and then offering back a little bit of perspective as an outsider. And I think sometimes I miss that, especially as a principal, right? Like, you do a lot of work with your assistant principal or with your deans, but you're all in it all the time. You're all dealing with the same stress. I am thankfully not dealing with the same stress that they're dealing, right? Like, I'm not there doing start prep right now, for example, or like doing observation walks. So I can be like, okay, how about you do it this way? And it's nice to see them kind of like open up and say like, oh, you're right. Like, I'm like drowning in in something that's like fixable.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving me like another option or like another way to do it. And then, kind of like what Sarita said, just like creating tools to make that happen. So I like kind of spending time listening to what their problems are or what they're trying to fix or what they're trying to handle for the next couple of weeks. And then either offering a perspective from my experience and all the time that I spend in schools, or creating a tool that's going to make it easy for them. Because I also love to create Google Sheets and stuff like that. So it's just fun for me to do it. And I'm happy that I can save them that time and just give them like a little bit of relief from whatever stress. So I'm not taking away their stress. I know that they're still dealing with so many things, but at least giving a little bit of time back. It feels good.
Yeah, I feel like there's like this trend that I noticed across y'all's leaders and leaders I've worked with over the years, right? Is this, they like need permission to say no to some things. Like, they feel the need to do it all or to do it all themselves, or it's like, wait a sec, like, you're allowed to delegate, or you're allowed to like push that off until a later time, or you're allowed to just like close your laptop for a second and like go find a place in the building where like you are joyful. Like, I think just having like permission to reset or to to just like be human for a minute
Yeah,
is
and
nice.
having, I work with different people, and then you all work with different leaders. So telling them, like, actually, you don't have to do that. Somebody else already did it. Let me just get it
Yeah.
for you. It
Yes.
feels really good because, like, I know that Jesse's working with a superintendent that already did this. Like, they already
Yeah.
have a tracker for that. Let me just share it with you.
Yeah.
We can share tools, and we can just give them permission to be like, you don't have to work hard at this. Like, just work smarter. It's already here.
Right.
Copy it because we
Yep.
can do that for you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, 2025. What do you hope to check off your box in 2025?
Well, probably just home projects. I have a lot of like a long list. It's like one of my tabs in here, my little notebook is projects that have been neglected for years. So not like, not different from car projects, but I need to like repair a door and like get some outdoor patio furniture because we have nowhere to sit, and um a couple other things. So I think at least doing two projects will feel great because my list is like seven, but just doing two before
That's
the
great.
summer will be wonderful.
That's great. And I have one of those notes in my phone and it just like keeps growing. And I'm like, are we going to check any of these off? But they're there. And so I
One day.
know I'll know what to do when I finally get around to having time to do it. Love it. Okay. All right. We have one final team member who has been with me the longest, who has functionally like allowed me to take a maternity leave when I had my youngest, which was a gift. It is Nicole Morrissey. Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So tell us, Nicole, where are you located?
I live in San Antonio, Texas.
Love it. And yeah, how long have you been in education?
So, like Jesse, I was a TFA core member back in 2007. So it's been 18 years, which just sounds insane to say out loud. But yeah, 18 years.
I love it. And then how long have you been with CheckBox Pro?
I joined CheckBox Pro way back in the fall of 2020. Like you said, supporting you with like little projects here and there, part-time, and then supporting you when you went on maternity leave. And then officially an account manager full-time was it summer of 2022.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I like probably just like didn't ever let you go. I was like, oh no. This works too well. I need you to stay forever. I need you to stay forever. Okay, so why do you do this work? Because yeah, you've next to me, you've done it the longest and then have been in education longer than I have. So why?
Well, I think teaching is the best job on the planet. Let's just put that out there. And sadly, I left school when Harlan was born because I didn't think that I could give 100% of myself to both roles. So I'm grateful to this job because, public education means a lot to me. Been doing it for a very long time in lots of different roles. And selfishly, I feel like I can kind of stay connected to the important work that's happening in schools, while still getting to like maintain the work-life balance of being a mom, at least in this season of life. So getting to help leaders, living vicariously through them. And I just think that that's really fulfilling for now. Probably we'll get back in the classroom someday if I'm lucky, but for now I'll live vicariously through all these awesome people doing the hard work.
I won't stop you if that time comes, but I will cry when that time comes. So, but no, I mean, yeah, schools need good teachers and they need good leaders. So you gotta find your place. Okay, so then the last question is 2025. What are you checking off your list?
So I feel lame repeating what's already been said, but Stephanie, you and I have the same goal. I hope to travel more this year, but I feel like I have an added layer of complexity. I mean, obviously with 3 young kids, my youngest just turned 3, travel is super hard, but I'm hoping we're turning a corner now that she is 3. But Paul and I, we've been married for 10 years this year. And the year that we got married was the year he launched Compass Rose. And so we never took a honeymoon. So hopefully we can take our 10-year anniversary honeymoon this year. if we
Oh
do
my-
one thing travel related, hopefully it's that.
Oh, it has to happen. I did not know that.
I know, it'd be
Well,
so
and then
fun.
he was founding, or what? Because Harlan was strapped to him during some early years too, or like I don't remember what it was.
So he launched Compass Rose in 2017 when Harlan was born. And I mean, I was teaching pro bono for him with Harlan in the classroom in a pack and play. Like the kids would read to him when they're in their free time. Like he grew up in a Compass Rose classroom.
Oh my goodness.
It was wild. It was a wild time.
Okay. Well, that has to happen. I love it. I love it so much. Awesome. All right. Well, I want to wrap up by just reiterating my gratitude from last episode. Seriously. Thank you all, and that I'm looking at on my screen right now, and for like the contributions you're making to school leader sustainability. I want to if you're not getting thanked enough, please just hear me now. Like it is making an impact. And so thank you for your time and your skills in that area. And then of course we want to always thank, each and every one of our leaders that we are currently or have ever supported. Thank you for investing in your own sustainability, because it will allow your organizations to grow and to thrive. And, that's what we want to see. And that's kind of why we exist. So, and finally, thank you to all of our listeners. Thanks for joining us today, and just being part of this journey and getting to celebrate my team, because they deserve it. So, wonderful. Well, then that wraps up our Meeting the Team podcast, the CheckBox Pro team. So we will talk to you all next time. Bye. Thank you all for listening to today's Pro Series conversation. Our team is always looking for more pros to learn from in the field of education. So if you have a recommendation for a future guest, or maybe you are the pro, then send us a note at info@checkboxpro.com. And if you want to hear from more pros, then like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so that you don't miss an episode. And by doing so, this also helps more folks find our show. So take a moment to check that box off your list today.